the previous class, we discussed about Guna Ruddhi. We discussed 6 sutras with respect to Guna and Ruddhi. Ruddhiradaich Aden Gunaha, Iko Guna Ruddhi, Nadatulopa Harda Datuke, Niticha Didi Vevi Tam. By Ruddhiradaich, A, I, and Au are defined as Ruddhi. They are called as Ruddhi. Raswakara, A, and O are called as Guna. By Iko Guna Ruddhi, if a sutra mandates Guna or Ruddhi and no sthani is mentioned, then the Guna or the Ruddhi happens only for ik letters. And the rest three are negation to Guna and Ruddhi. Na Datalopa Ardhadatuke. If an Ardhadatuka Pratyaya causes the deletion of the portion of a Dhatu, then the same Pratyaya cannot cause the Guna or Ruddhi on the remaining portion of the Dhatu. By Kniticha, if a Pratyaya is Kit or Git or Gnit, it cannot cause Guna or Ruddhi. And there will not be Guna or Ruddhi of Didi, Vevi, Dhatus and It, Agama. Okay, today we shall study these 4 sutras. Alonantara Sanyogaha, the immediate sutra after Didi Vevita, and Rasvam Lagu Sanyoge Guru Dirgancha from 4th pada, 1-4-10, 1-4-11, and 1-4-12. Alonantara Sanyogaha is the sutra. If you do the Padacheda, it is Alaha Anantaraha. Purva Rupa Sandhi between Alaha and Anantaraha. Then Anantaraha, then Sanyogaha. Alaha, it is the Pratama Bahuvachana form of Al. Hal, Halau, Alaha. Anantaraha, Pratama Bahuvachana. Sanyogaha, Pratama Ekavachana. Alaha means the Hal letters. Group of 2 or more Vyanjanani pronounced together without any swara or a pause. Anantaraha means not having antara, means 2 or more al letters which do not have antara. Antara means there should not be any vyavadana, there should not be any space or any swara in between those 2 al letters. That is the meaning of anantaraha. So then the combination, then the samudaya, that group of al letters is called as sanyogaha. Group of 2 or more Vyanjanani pronounced together without any swara or a pause between them is referred as sanyoga. For example, in these words, in Krishna, Shakara and Nakara, they don't have any words or any vowels in between them, neither they don't have any pause between them. So the samudaya of Shakara and Nakara together, it is called as a sanyoga. Similarly, in Hadhyaya, samudaya of Dakara and Yakara is called as sanyoga. In Pratama, samudaya of Pakara and Refa. Similarly, in Rashtriya, Shakara, Takara and Rakara, this group is called as sanyoga. In Putriya, Takara, Takara, Refa, Yakara, this group is called as sanyoga. It can be 2 or more than 2. Karsnyam, here you can see 5 consonants, 5 Vyanjanani are present together without any swara in between them. So this group of 5 hal letters is called as sanyoga. And note that sanyoga iti sangna samudayasya sangna asti. Sanyoga means the whole, this samudaya, this group is called as samudaya. Tasmin samudaya vidyamananam vyanjananam prutak rupena iyam sangna na bhavati. It means ra, If a group, if there are more than two or three, two hull letters in a group without any gap between them, then each letter does not qualifies the Sangna Sanyoga. Here Yakara is not called as Sanyoga, Nakara is not called as Sanyoga. This group of hull letters is called as Sanyoga, is the meaning. And this Sanyoga, it is a Sangna. So Panini Maharshi first defines this Sangna and uses it in various sutras in Ashtadhyayi. Let us see two of them. The first one is Sanyogantasya Lopaha. One of my favorite sutras from Ashtadhyayi. Sanyogantasya Lopaha. Sanyogantasya Lopaha means if there is a Sanyoga at the end of a pada, then the last letter in that pada or in that Sanyoga will get deleted, is the meaning of this sutra, Sanyogantasya Lopaha. For that, let us consider lang lakara pratama purusha bahuvachana form for pat dhatu. In lang lakara, pratama purusha bahuvachana form for the pat dhatu. Pat is a parasmaipadi dhatu. So pratama purusha bahuvachana pratyaya is G. Tiptas G, siptasta, tiptas G. G is the parasmaipadi pratama purusha bahuvachana pratyaya. And we know that lat, lang, lot and vidiling, these are sarvadhatuka lakaras. It means dhatu gets vikarna pratyaya in these lakaras specific to specific dhatu gana. In Bwadi, for the dhatus which belong to Bwadi gana, they get shap. For Divadi, they get shen. Like that, different dhatus from different ganas, they get different vikarna pratyaya in these sarvadhatuka lakaras. So we get shap since pat is from Bwadi. Here in shap, shakara, pakara, rit, so only R remains. And G will always be converted into anti. G gets converted to anti by the sutra jhontaha. Jhontaha, by that sutra, jhakara gets converted to hant, or jha gets converted to hanta. Similarly, G becomes anti. So at this stage, there will be adagama, at agama for the dhatu in lang lakara, lung lakara, and lrung lakara. In three lakaras, you can see akara in the beginning lang, and in lung, and in lrung. In these three lakaras, you can see akara in the beginning of the forms. So the sutra for that is lung lang lrungshu adudattah. So here takara is it, so only a remains. Pat a anti, apatanti. If we do varna melanam, we get apatanti. So there is one more sutra. There is one sutra which tells in nit lakaras, the lakaras in which nakara is it. In nit lakaras, the ikara at the end gets deleted. Nit lakaras means those which ends with nakara, lang, ashirling and vidiling, ling and lung and lrung. In all these lakaras, nakara is it. So these are called as nit lakaras. In nit lakaras, if ikara is present at the end of the form, that gets deleted. So we get apatant. Now there is a sanyoga at the end of the pada. It is a pada because it ends with ting pratyaya. G. So by sup tigantam padam, subantam tigantam, they are called as pada. So it is a pada. So there is sanyoga at the end of the pada. So nakara followed by takara. So by sanyogantasya lopaha, that takara, the last hull letter gets deleted. So we are left with apatan. This is the pratama purusha bahuvachana form of pat dhatu in lang lakara. Apatan. It is apatat, apatatam, apatan, like that. The forms are there. The apatan is derived like this, where we use the sutra sanyogantasya lopaha, which uses the our sanna sanyogantasya lopaha. If there is a sanyoga at the end, the last letter gets deleted. Here we use this our sanna sanyoga. Then one more sutra we can see. संयोगादे रातो धातोरेण्वतः 8 to 43. Sanyogadehe. Sanyogadehe means if a dhatu is having a sanyoga in the beginning. For example, gla. Gla is a dhatu. It has a sanyoga in the beginning. Sanyoga of gakara and lakara. Ato. It should end with a. Dirgha a. Yes, it ends with dirgha a. Yenvataha. Yenvataha means it should have end letters. End letter in it. Here, la. Lakara is an end letter. End means yavara la. So, la is an end letter. So, a dhatu should have sanyoga in the beginning. It should have an end letter. It can be anywhere within the dhatu, but there should be a end letter. And the dhatu should end with dirghakara. If these three are satisfied, then takarapti ta pratyaya and tavatu pratyaya, this takara gets converted to na, is the meaning of this sutra. So gla plus ta becomes gla plus na. The form is glana. Ta pratyayanta form of gla dhatu is glana. For example, if you consider dra plus ta, here also there is sanyoga in the beginning, and it is having an end letter refa, and it ends with dirghakara. So here also takara gets converted to nakara. Since taka, that na is followed by refa by rashabhyam nona samana pade adkup wang numyamayepi, there will be nakara. Nakara will gets converted to nakara since there is refa in drana. So the final form is drana. Here we use the sanna sanyoga. Sanyogader ato dato envataha. Like this, in many sutras, the sanna sanyogaha is used. Okay. The next sanna sutram is rasvam laghu 1-4-10. Very easy sutra. Rasvaswaraha lagu sannakaha bhavati. A rasvaswara is called as lagu, is the meaning of this sutra. For example, in these words, we can see para. In para, akara after pakara is a rasvaswara, so it is called as lagu by this sutra, rasvam lagu. In pati, ikara after takara is rasvaswara, so it qualifies to be called as lagu. In dhatu, ukara after takara is rasva. In krushaka, all the swaras present in the word are rasva only, so all are called as lagu. And in klupta, ukara, lukara is rasva and akara is also rasva. Akara is called as lagu. And about lukara, let us hold this. We shall come to here later, or I will take this later. Next, this is about lagu. In many sutras, this lagu is used. One of the sutra is Puganta Lagu Upadasya Cha. Puganta Lagu Upadasya Cha. Upadasya Cha Gunaha. That Gunaha and Sarvadhatuka Ardhatuka Yoho, they come as Anurutti from the previous sutras. So, if we consider ship plus Gai, Gai se Ardhatuka Pratyaya. Here there is, in upada position, there is lagu letter, that is ikara. That ikara undergoes gunadesha, so e becomes a. And here ghakara and nyakara are it, so a remains. So she plus p plus a, it becomes kshepa. It should be lagu letter here. I am not telling it is, it should be rasva, it should be lagu. And in case of mud dhatu, ukara in the upada position is rasva. So sorry, it is lagu. It is rasva only, but we should in the sutra it is mentioned as lagu. So ukara is lagu. So it undergoes gunadesha. Mo becomes mo. Mod plus nul. Nakara lakara, they are it. U remains. U gets converted to aka. So it becomes modaka. If you consider gruj dhatu for lift pratyaya, all these are tadita. Krut pratyayas. Here, in case of gruj, rukara is in upada position, penultimate position. So it is lagu. So in presence of a krut pratyaya, a ardhadhatuka krut pratyaya lut, it undergoes gunadesha. Ru becomes ar, garj, and takara and lakara are it. So u remains, and u always gets converted into ana. We have to remember. Yor anaka is the sutra. By that, u gets converted to hana, u gets converted to aka. So garj plus ana, garjana. So this is about lagu. If it is not lagu, or if the lagu is not in upada position, then it is not, this sutra is not applicable. Puganta lagu upadasya. For example, if you consider shiksh dhatu, here ikara is rasva, but it is not present in upada position, because if we split that word, you will get like this: sh plus e plus k plus sh. So upada letter here is kakara, not ikara. So that lagu letter should be present in upada position. Ikara here is not present in upada position. So this sutra will not be applicable. So there will not be gunadesha. So shiksh remains, that e remains as it is, and shiksh, the annual, it becomes aka. Shiksh plus aka, it becomes shikshaka. In case of creed, ikara is there in upada position. Upada is in upada position only, but it is not rasva, or it is not lagu, because it is not rasva, so it is not lagu. Rasvam lagu. Rasva letter is called as lagu. Since e is not rasva, it is not lagu. So it is not lagu. So Puganta Lagopadasya is not applicable. So here also there will not be any Gunadesha. Creed will not become creed. Creed remains as creed only. So creed plus annual Creedaka. This is about Lagu. Simple sutra. A Rasva letter is called as Lagu. The next sutra is Sanyoge Guru. Anurutya of Rasva comes from the previous sutra. Rasva from the previous sutra. Rasvam Sanyoge Guru. This is whatever I have written in the bracket is Anurutti from the previous sutra 1, 4, 10. Rasvam Sanyoge Guru. It means if the Rasvaswara is followed by a Sanyoga. This is one more example where the Sangna Sanyoga is used, which we learnt just now. The Sangna Sanyoga, it is used in this sutra, Sanyoge Guru. It means if a Rasvaswara is followed by a Sanyoga, then it is called as Guru. Now, whether it is called as both Rasva and Guru, whether it is called as both Lagu and Guru, no, it cannot be both. A letter can either be Lagu or Guru. So by this sutra, it becomes Guru. So the Lagu Sangna will not be applicable for that Rasva letter which is followed by Sanyoga. For example, if you take Krishna, here Rukara is Rasva. By Rasvam Lagu, it should become Lagu, but it is followed by a Sanyoga of Shakara Nakara. So by Sanyoge Guru, even though it is Rasva, it gets the Sangna Guru. It is not Lagu. But Akara at the end, it is not followed by any Sanyoga, so it is Rasva. By Rasvam Lagu, anyway, it is considered as Lagu. So in Ratna, Akara, it is a Rasva, but it is followed by Sanyoga, so it is Guru. In Kinchit, E is followed by Sanyoga of Nakara and Chakara, so it is Guru. In Kumbha, Ukara is Rasva, but it is followed by Sanyoga of Makara and Bakara, so it is also Guru. So if a Rasva letter is followed by a Sanyoga, then it is called as Guru instead of Lagu. So the next sutra is Dirgam Cha, the Anurutti of Guru is taken into this sutra from the previous sutra. Dirgam Cha Guru means Dirga letter is also called as Guru. Rasva letter when followed by a Sanyoga is called Guru, and also Dirga letters are called as Guru is the meaning of this sutra. Dirgam Cha, very easy sutra. We can see in the Dirga letter E is called as Guru. In Vadu, U is called as Guru. In Mala, both Dirga Akara, they are called as Guru. In Pache, A is Dirga, so it is Guru. In Pachai, it is called as I is called as Guru. Mano, in Mano, O, in Arau, Au. These are all Dirga letters. So these are all get the Sangna Guru by Dirgam Cha. All Dirga letters are called as Guru, but Rasva letter they are called as Lagu, but if they are followed by a Sanyoga, they are called as Guru. Rasva letter normally they are called as Lagu. If they are followed by a Sanyoga, then they are called as Guru. And Prayojana of this Sangna Dirgha. Again, this this Sangna Dirgha has been used in various sutras in Ashtadhyayi. We can consider few of them. The first one is Guroscha Alaha 33103. By this sutra, the pratyaya a is added to those dhatus which have guru letter in them, and they should end with a letter. They should end with a consonant, and they should have guru letter in them. For example, consider this dhatu uhu. This ends with hal letter alaha. It ends with hal letter, and it has a guru letter u. It is a dirgha, so it is guru. So this sutra is applicable. So u plus a, and these are expressed in feminine forms only. It comes under the adhikara of striyam in krudanta prakarana. So all these are present in only strilinga, not in other two lingas. So we add ta pratyaya to express in feminine form. So uh plus a by savarna dirgha, we will get a, uha. Uha represent the action denoted by this dhatu in feminine gender. Uha. If you consider if we consider the same sutra for vand dhatu, again this ends with hal letter dakara, and it has a guru letter. You see, vakarottara akaraha. Akara after vakara is guru here. Though it is raswa, it is followed by the sanyoga of nakara and dakara. So sanyoge guru, by sanyoge guru, that akara is guru. So by guroschalaha we get a, and the final form is vanda. This is the meaning of this sutra. In this sutra, guroho is the shashti, guroho cha alaha. Guroho is the, it is not shashti, it is panchami of guru. That guru sangha is used in this sutra. If a dhatu does not has guru letter in it, or if it is having guru letter but it does not end with hal letter, then this sutra is not applicable. The general pratyaya in for the dhatus in feminine gender is tin pratyaya. Striyam tin is the sutra. That is the utsarga sutra, or the general utsarga pratyaya, or the general pratyaya for all dhatus. These are the exception. For all dhatus we get tin by striyam tin, but this is the exception for striyam tin. If the dhatu ends with hal letter and having guru letter in it, then we get a pratyaya. Otherwise we get tin pratyaya. For example, in stu, it ends with ach letter, not hal letter, and it does not have any guru letter. Both conditions are not satisfied, so this sutra is not applicable. By striyam tin we get tin. So here kakara and nakara are hit, only ti remains. So plus stu plus ti becomes stuti. Similarly, baj plus tin we get bhakti. Jakara gets converted to gakara, then it gets converted to kakara. Bak plus ti bhakti. In deep plus tin, here there is guru letter in it. Guroshalaha. Deepti. Deep. Okay, why should it should get by Guroshalaha is applicable, I think. It ends with a letter and it has guru letter here. So I'll check it once why it doesn't get a pratyaya, but it gets tin pratyaya. So deep plus the deepti. It is having guru letter and it ends with hal letter. So it should get a pratyaya, but we know the form is deepti. I'll check check that. And if the dhatu is having guru letter, but it is not ending with hal letter. It should end with hal letter. Here there is no letter. There is no hal letter at the end. So here a pratyaya cannot come. So by utsarga sutra sriyam tin we get tin pratyaya. So it is niti. This is how many of those T ending words are generated. This is about guru. Okay, today we learned four sutras. अलोनंतरा संयोगः ह्रस्वं लघु संयोगे गुरु दीर्घं च. By अलोनंतराः संयोगः two or more hal letters without any vowels in between them or without any avadana or pause between them. The group of those hal letters is called as sanyoga. Rasvam lagu, the rasva letter is called as lagu. Sanyoge guru, the same rasva letter, if it is followed by a sanyoga, it is called as guru. And all the dirgha letters are called as guru. Okay, this is for today. If you have any doubts, you can ask. Okay, धन्यवादः.